You're listening to Rocket Night.
Are you ready? Tonight I'm gonna take you on a little trip. We're going down south by the mighty Mississippi. I'm gonna take you to a place where lights live again. Bring your mother, your brother, and your best friend. I'm gonna show you where they dance out in the street. They'll tell you all about your body heat. Not gonna talk about it, just gonna do it. Get on down if you feel up good.
All right, this is Brent Michael with Rocket Night, and I'm here interviewing Chaney with Entheos.
Hello.
And first thing I want to ask, when I looked up information on the band, it said you're from America. I assume that means you guys come from different places.
Wow, good assumption. Yeah, so I'm from Iowa, but I live in California. Naveen is from California, Santa Cruz, California. Evan lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and Travis lives in Houston, Texas. So we are from like everywhere.
All over.
Hence the America. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're the singer.
I'm the singer.
Okay, and you've been with the band since the beginning.
Yeah, Evan, Naveen, and I started the band together. So we've been a unit for 3 years, and Travis, our guitar player, joined about a year and a half ago. So really, we've all kind of been in since the beginning. As far as a band goes, we're still a really young band. So yeah.
I was listening to some of your stuff, and it's like you got more of that growler.
Oh yeah.
Sound to you.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do sing as well, but I have never recorded singing. Maybe someday I will. Never say never.
So that's unique because it's kind of, you see all the guys doing the growling thing.
You definitely do, yeah. There are a few kick-ass girls out there doing vocals as well. Malika from The Abnormality, Courtney, who was in I Wrestled a Bear once, and she's in a band called Spirit Box now. Those are just friends of mine. But yeah, as I've grown older, more and more women have joined, and it's really cool to see that. Because when I was young, while there were a few female vocalists who were, doing the screaming thing, there weren't a ton. And it's just really cool to see that scene kind of blooming.
So you guys just released a new album yesterday?
We did, yeah.
Talk a little bit about how it came to be and what kind of influences are on it.
Okay. The name of the album is Dark Future. Basically, we sat we were all in a room for about a week. I have like a studio, and we all a studio apartment, not a studio, music studio. But so we all got together, the four of us, and sat there for 2 weeks. And the guys worked on instrumentals while I worked on lyrics, and that was kind of our demoing process. So it was basically like a 2-week-long slumber party writing process thing. And when we went to listen to the material that they'd written, we didn't even realize that we had a full album done, but we were just like, holy shit, that's the album, it's done. And so after that demoing process, we all kind of went back to our respective homes and finished writing our parts and kind of solidifying what we were going to put on the album. And so then Naveen tracked drums with Zach Oren, who has tracked all of our albums and at Castle Ultimate, and he's fucking great. And then Naveen tracked Travis and I, Evan tracked himself in Nashville, and then, it all kind of came together. Zach mixed it, John Script mastered, and yeah, so it became The Dark Future. And it's instrumentally, this is the first album that we've written with Travis, so it's a lot different than the stuff that we've written before, because Naveen wrote a very large majority of the stuff that we did before, and we kind of wrote it over the internet, whereas, like I said, this time we got together in a room and everyone had played a role in writing the album and contributing parts, because everyone had written a little beforehand, but it all really came into fruition when we got together. And so that's really like the big difference on this album. I think that you can hear each of us individually, but it comes together in this really like, I don't know, melodic, like deathy, jazzy, weird thing. I can't say that there's one influence for the album because that would be a total lie. It's just all of the influences we've all gathered over our lives and brought it together.
The studio experience is completely different from doing things over the internet.
Oh God! It made a world of difference because Evan Brewer, our bass player, he writes solo material and he has these albums that he's done on his own, and he contributed a lot more to this album, and you can just really hear Evan's flavor a lot more than you did. And of course Travis brought in this new like melodic kind of ethereal sense on guitar, and that kind of changed our thing. And so yeah, it was really the culmination of all of us working together. And lyrically, the album The Dark Future has to do with the fact that the future is unknown, and that's really what the dark future means. It's not like a dystopian sci-fi thing, but that's what it encompasses.
So you guys are on tour. How long have you been on the tour now?
This is the second day of tour, so you're catching me super fresh. I got to take a shower this morning, and shit hasn't gotten too weird yet. But yeah, we're on tour with Whitechapel, Carnifex, Rings of Saturn, so this is Suffering, and day 2 in Florida,
And Psychotribe.
And Psychotribe is playing tonight.
Yeah.
So Psychotribe's playing tonight, and yeah, day 2, can't complain. Feeling great.
So is there any place on the tour you're looking forward to go, or do you get to do much sightseeing, or?
I do because I'm the vocalist. I don't have anything to set up before we go on stage. So until we play, I'm just kind of like walking around and getting coffee and stuff. And I'm most excited to go to Des Moines, Iowa, because that's where I'm from. I've been playing shows there since I was 18, and I can't wait to go see my friends. I haven't lived there for 7 years, so it's always like a rad thing to go home. But really, there are a ton of places I'm looking forward to going. Tomorrow we're going to Miami, and that's awesome. But yeah, that's the coolest part of the tour. Well, one of the coolest parts, that you get to go visit all these awesome places.
Have you ever been here before?
I have. This is our second or third time playing here as a band. But yeah, I like this venue a lot. It was really cool the last time we played here.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones around here.
Yeah. There's another one that's in, is it Ybor City? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the name of that?
The Orpheum, I think.
The Orpheum,
yes.
Okay. We've been there like the last 2 times, I think. I was thinking that was where this is, but...
Yeah, I like both of them because you can shoot from the balcony.
Oh yeah,
So
right.
you can get better shots. You don't have people's hands in the way.
Oh God, I know. Especially with these kind of shows like mosh pits and people batting your camera out of the way.
No, I avoid the mosh pit, but
Yeah.
well, and also it's the only way. A lot of times I can get a shot of the drummer
Yeah.
or bass player, maybe. It's like trying to shoot from the floor and get those people. Then when you got 3 people in front of them, and then the drum kit,
Yeah.
it's like. Okay.
I know, the poor drummers are always the last ones photographed because it's so hard to get a really good shot of them. Yeah, you'll be hard pressed to find a good picture of a drummer on the internet, that's for sure.
Well, I've got a few.
Well, hey, there you go. You're a professional. You know what you're doing.
I actually try to get more shots of the band, the whole band, instead of like a main figure in the band.
Yeah.
Because they are often overlooked and stuff. And
That's very true.
And of course, I was long time ago a drummer myself.
Oh, okay. So you have respect. You're like, gotta get that drummer in the picture.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of the good things though about when you can go backstage, and that is you can get them from the side.
Oh, I know, the side stage shots. That's what the drummers usually end up getting, is the side stage shot.
But I've got some from up above and straight on.
Yeah,
so.
totally. That's awesome.
Depends on how they set up their drums.
Right, yeah.
Some of them I think are actually hiding behind the cymbals.
I think so too. Some of them will have toms set up just right in front of their face, and it's like, man, you're trying to hide from them.
Well, that's why I stopped being a drummer. I was a front man
Yeah.
afterward.
You want to be seen.
Yes.
You're like, I'm breaking out, man. Yeah. Frontmen. I guess that there's probably some like innate want to be seen, you know, to be the front person. If you are a front person, it's just a natural part of it, I guess.
So, anything in particular about the people you've been traveling with? Have you traveled with them before? Or?
I basically just met everyone in all of these bands yesterday. No, I haven't traveled with any of them. A couple of my band members have, and our merch guy and stuff, they've been around. But yeah, this is our first time touring with any one of these bands. But, you know, it's going well so far. Everyone killed it last night, so it's looking good.
I'm sure they will tonight, too.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. And every night for the next 30 days, probably.
I'll be up there in the balcony most of the time.
Yeah, that's a good place to sit during the show, the balcony. Because, like you said, the picture thing, but also you can have a nice beverage and just sit and enjoy it instead of being down on the ground with the risk of spilling.
Well, I'll probably come down and try and get some side shots from the stage.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It's like, yeah, a lot of them have to get it from up there.
Yeah.
But, so, what kind of things do you like to do when you're wandering around?
I like to get coffee. I like to, you know, just kind of explore. Usually I don't get much further than about like a half a mile away from the venue. Really, that's as far as I get to go before I have to come back and kind of do my thing. But yeah, it's cool to just, you know, walk around, people watch. I like to read and draw, and, you know, you just find things to do on tour. It really depends on the area as well. This area is really good for coffee, and there's a lot of good food, and so yeah, it's been a good day.
Bohemian.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
There was a cool like mall I saw down, or like a little hallway type mall area that I saw down there. I wanted to visit, so I'm sure I'll do that later. But yeah, that's pretty much my day on tour.
So how about when you're not on tour? Do you have a day job or?
Yeah, I do. I have a job, and I like will teach vocal lessons, and I like do a lot of pyrography, which is wood burning. I don't know if you've heard of that, but I'll sell pieces and, you know, just do anything to make a little cash while I'm at home. But yeah, so yeah, I do my thing.
How about the rest of the band?
Everyone has a job. Yeah, we do the half job, half band thing, and yeah, we're all just pretty normal people. We chill. We watch Netflix.
Had an interesting interview where I found out one of the guys in one of the bands that I talked to before, he was like a nursery supervisor when he's at home, and it's like you would never have thought of it because, you know, on stage he is metal.
Right.
So
yeah, I do a similar thing. I like work with people with disabilities, so I help them with like rehabilitation and stuff like that. And I have a couple of clients. Yeah, that's what I do at home. So you guys got to check out our album, Dark Future. Came out yesterday. We're really proud of it. It's the first time that I truly feel like we came together as a band on a record, and now that we have a solidified guitarist, it's just like much more of a cohesive piece, and I feel like you can hear us speaking through it more than our releases so far, so definitely check that out. Yeah, and come check us out on tour with Whitechapel and Carnifex and Rings of Saturn.
So where are you going next from here?
We're going to Miami tomorrow, then we have a day off, and then we're going to North Carolina, which I'm super stoked to go to North Carolina. It's a very cool state.
Going up to snow country?
Don't remind me, man. I'm trying to live in the moment before I get to the snow. Because pretty soon it's going to be like sinus infections and a lot of vitamin C every day. Not looking forward to getting back into that climate.
I grew up in South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, so you know exactly, yeah.
And I've actually been to Des Moines before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I went into the military, you know, we're talking 1978.
Wow.
I drove from South Bend out to where I was stationed at in California, and I went through Des Moines.
Oh, did you take I-80?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've done that drive. I've done that drive in the middle of winter, and it was fucking horrifying. Like, driving through Wyoming almost looked like a scene from Star Wars. It was just all white, and I thought I might die on that drive. I wasn't sure, but you know, I made it through. I'm surprised. It's a miracle.
Yeah, I was lucky. I went through there in August.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah. You made it like right after summer. Perfect.
Yeah.
It was probably beautiful when you drove through. Not that
Yeah.
it wasn't when I drove, but it was a little more treacherous.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. See, we have some added music going by.
I know.
That's the thing about doing outdoor interviews.
Right. Yeah.
But then, from if we'd have been inside, you heard the one they were really cranking it up.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's like wouldn't have been able to hear you.
Oh, that's every single day on tour. Sound check.
Yeah.
The loudest, most heavy-hitting thing ever. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all right. We'll just wish you the best on your tour, and
Thank you
I'll
very
be
much.
seeing you inside,
Awesome.
and
Can't wait
can
to
look
play.
forward to this being out on Rocket Night.
Awesome. Thanks. Peace.
Thank you.